Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another edition of Ringo TV Reactions. We're back again with another one. Make sure you rate, comment, and subscribe. Let's get down to business. So, we're continuing on with our discussion, research, and video analysis of the situation with Jamie Foxx. And what we're going to attempt to do now is we're going to take a look at the video where the origins of the clone phenomenon began. That's what we're going to look at. So as you come into the show, be sure to click the like button one time. You already done know what it is. When you come here, you get the best breakdowns on YouTube. There is no other content creator on YouTube that will provide you a thorough research, breakdown, video analysis like Ringo TV Reactions. Nobody else. We are number one, right? So what exactly are we going to be looking at? Well, we're going to look at the origins of where Jamie Foxx was cloned. See, the Jamie Foxx that you see today, last year, that's not Jamie Foxx. Jamie Foxx been gone. It's just that now it's coming out that something's wrong. But for most of you, you knew something was wrong. You just couldn't put the pieces together. And this is why we do these videos. We take our time. We don't rush to do these videos. We sit back and we kind of do the research, put the pieces together, and then we look at everything and then we just kind of be like, wait a minute, this is just not making sense. Now, on the last episode, we made you listen to a video clip. Well, we got the whole episode, right? And we're going to take a look at it. Now, I tried to alter the video a little bit to avoid any sort of issues. And when I say alter, it doesn't mean anything in a negative way or anything that is manipulative for you, the viewer. It means that when it comes to social media and doing content, a lot of times certain videos have IDs on them and various corporations want to profit. So when you use content, these companies try to cash in off of you. So to avoid that, what is recommended that content creators should do is alter the videos by, let's say, for example, the image that you see on the screen, right? If I want, I can reverse the image. You see what I'm saying? Like I can reverse the image and it will be the other way around. Let me see if I can give you an example of that before we actually get into the show. But like right now, the image is the way it's supposed to look, right? Now, what I'm going to attempt to do is alter this image in a way where it'll be the other way around, right? So let me do this real quick. You see that? Do you see how I just did that? Now, that is what I mean by alter the video. What I did is I reversed it. So when the video is played back, the AI or the bots or whatever system that is in place will not be able to identify the video because I reversed it. But sometimes certain algorithms may pick up on it still. But at the same time, my point is to just give you the understanding so you know what I'm doing, right? So let me put this back to the way it's supposed to be, right? Okay, now that we got that out of the way, we're gonna break down the episode with Jamie Foxx when he was cloned. Because Hollywood been in preparation of doing this to Jamie Foxx. He just didn't know because he was a struggling actor back then. We're going to also take a visit to another actor on the Jamie Foxx show named Braxton. That was the stage name. I believe his name is Christopher or something along those lines. We're going to take a look at him as well, because all of these guys, they know the dark side of the industry. Right? We're going to take a look at Braxton, and it's interesting. They gave him the name Braxton as his stage name, which is actually a feminine name, if you really think about it. They gave him a feminine name, just like Jamie. You know, Jamie can be a male or a female. And they do this on purpose because they want to effeminize the black man primarily. They don't really do this that much with white men, mainly black men, right? So now let's get into the footage. Let's break this thing down because I want you to be edified in understanding what's going on. So we're going to take a look at this footage real quick. Let me do this real fast. Hold on a second. Okay. All right. Let me do this real quick. So this is the episode that we're going to review, right? This is the Jamie Foxx show, season 2, episode 12. That's right. Jamie Foxx show, season 2, episode 12. This particular episode gives you the full breakdown of how the industry was in preparation of taking Jamie Foxx out. This is the diabolical plan of how the industry worked. And again, we're going to visit Mr. Christopher, I believe that's his name, the one that played Braxton on the Jamie Foxx show. We're going to also we're going to also visit some interviews that he was in to further break down that he know that Jamie Foxx is gone. We're going to bring it out. We're going to show you that Braxton knows that they took Jamie Foxx out a long time ago. And he know that the industry is satanic because they held him back for a long time too. You know? So we're going to pretty much check that out and test the waters to find out what's going on. So let me set this video up because I want to break this thing down from the top. Now, on the last stream, what we did is we played just the phone call, but just playing the phone call is not enough. We got to show you the visuals as well as let you see context so that you can understand exactly what's going on. Because most of you, when you were younger, you seen this show. I saw this when I was a little younger. I knew about this particular show. I watched it a lot. And I remember this episode, but I didn't understand it because, you know, when you were younger, everything was just about entertainment. You weren't really thinking about learning anything. It was just some laughs. Everything was comedy. But as you get older, you start to realize that this is not really all about comedy. These are agendas that they put in films. It's just like the other sitcom. What is the name of that sitcom, man? Good Times. You remember Good Times with JJ? Well, that particular show had an agenda. If you realize you had black people, they were living in the projects, in the ghetto, poor, and you had a family working hard, a mother, strong father. And there was an episode on Good Times where the father, I think his name was James, the younger son, I guess he had like a painting. No, not the younger son. I think it was either JJ or the younger son. Well, anyway, long story short, there was a white image of a Jesus Christ on the wall, and the young guy, the younger brother, told the mother, that's not the true image of the Savior. And the mother was like, you better stop saying that. because we had that picture in our family all our life. And he began to open the Bible to show that the Messiah, the one you know of as Jesus Christ, even though that's not his name, because if you actually are educated, you would know that the letter J is the newest letter in the English alphabet, which came out in about the 1600s, right? So if you understand that the letter J came out in the 1600s and the 1611 King James Bible have no letter J's in the book, mind you, you can go check this out for yourself. You can go order one. A 1611 King James Bible have no letter J's. So nobody in the days of the Messiah was calling him Jesus Christ. Nobody. And Christ is not his last name. The word Christ simply means anointed one, or the anointed, or the one that was smeared on by God or by the Spirit of God. So there is no such thing as anyone calling him Jesus. That's not his name. Now, I understand respectfully, a lot of you believe that's his name. At the same time, that's not his name. Historically and biblically, that's not his name. You understand? So what's his name, Ringo? I don't know. You see how I just did that? I don't know. I just say Savior. I don't know his name. Even the Bible says he have a name that is above every name. Well, what's his name? I don't know. All of that was stripped from us during slavery. But in these churches, they continue to lie to people. So you might be calling on Jesus, but that's not his name. But it became a placebo. It became a placebo effect. So even though that's not his name, right, you believe it so much that when you call on the name Jesus, right, things happen not because that's his name, but because of the placebo effect. This is very, very serious. It's actually real. So although that's not his name, the Most High understand that you just don't know his name. So it's sort of like accepted because of the placebo effect. You believe in it so much that there's power in it. So that being said, when we look at the situation with Jamie, and I probably got off my train of thought because I was going somewhere. I don't know exactly where I was going, but I guess it'll come back to me again. But my point is, there was a name, that the name Jesus was not given to us from the Most High. It was given to us from man. And they made us believe these things. And just like we believe that, there's a lot of lies that have been told to us, you know? And that's just the way it is, you know? See, let me tell you something, ladies and gentlemen. Anybody that's saying they know the name of the Messiah, they don't know what they're talking about. Nobody knows. You know? People always come up with a new name and they don't know. I'll play the video for you. Let me help you out. Right? Now, a lot of people don't understand how serious the world we live in is. They don't understand. You know, they walk through life blind, and people just continually lie to them. And there's so many lies out here that people just believe it's the truth. Just like the name Jesus is not the name of the Messiah, you believe it so much that you accept it. So when it comes to Jamie Foxx and this whole clone situation, it has become so real to you that you will fight against the truth because that's what you believe in. You know? You really believe it that much. Shout out to Paul Brown for sponsoring the show. Salute to you. $49.99 says, Ringo, I appreciate this work you putting in. Well, I appreciate that you appreciate the work. A lot of people really don't. Let me see. Is your comment, Miss Blue Ryan, directed at me? Yes or no? Is your comment directed at me, the host? Because you say blasphemy. I want to know exactly what is blasphemy. For me saying that the name of the Messiah is not Jesus? That's blasphemy when I just explained. Miss Blue Ryan, you have 10 seconds to let me know, was your comment directed at me? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. Pack you up and get you up on out of here. Because, see, I'm not here to play any games with anybody. When I drop knowledge, when I drop information, and you're not paying attention in class, you're interrupting everybody else. I just told you that the name Jesus is not the name of the Messiah historically and biblically, because the letter J is a new letter in the English alphabet. Nobody that exists in the day of the Messiah called him Jesus. Nobody. You know? Listen, none of those names you're posting in the chat is the name of the Messiah. What part don't you understand? I'm telling you, people have serious issues with the truth. None of those names is the name of the Messiah. And this is what happens when people are not educated. See, if you notice what I said I don't know his name. See, I'm smarter than you. And that's why the Most High deal with me. That's why the Most High got me doing the work and not you. Because I understand the truth. The scriptures, if you understood and read the Bible, it says he has a name which is above every name. Right? It don't say, oh, his name is Jesus. How could it be if there is no letter J in Hebrew? Nobody called him that. But do you see, ladies and gentlemen, how once you bring up that, people start arguing and fighting and going crazy? Isn't that crazy? You know? That's crazy, man. That just goes to show how people hold their religious beliefs so high that they're unwilling to learn anything. And they'll believe it no matter what you tell them. Just like a lot of you believe that Jamie Foxx is real when he been cloned already. You know? So, let me see. And again, people that don't read the Bible, because we know a lot of you don't read it. You haven't read the book. If you did, you would know the truth. It's just that simple, but it seems like when you tell people the truth, they don't want to hear that. I seen a video today, and I'm going to do a video about it. It was a guy that was talking about how you really can't save people. You really can't. In other words, the majority of you that are watching the stream right now, I can't help you. I can't save you. I can't do anything for you. You have to want to be saved. You have to want to learn. I cannot drag you against your will and try to force feed you the truth, because you're going to throw up, because it's not for you. This is why the Most High is not dealing with you. The Most High is only dealing with people that have eyes and ears that can see. People that want to learn are the ones that actually celebrate the work that I do. People that want to be in darkness for their entire life, I can't help you. I mean, you're doomed. You're on your own. I can't do nothing. And it's very frustrating to even try. That's like trying to change a woman that's bad. That's like you trying to change a man that is no good. You cannot change somebody. A person got to want to change. A person got to want to do good. You cannot try to force somebody to believe something. If you want to believe in Jesus, then go ahead and believe it. I don't care. If you want to believe in whatever name you want to believe in because you're a spiritual Israelite and you're the a chosen one and all this other mumbo jumbo, then believe whatever you like. Because with all of that belief, you got problems in your life, sins that you need to overcome. So knowing all of those names is not going to change anything in your life if you don't repent. You understand? And it's really serious. This is why when it comes to religious folks, I just kind of let them sit there in their own devices because they're really a waste of energy, you know. So let's get into this episode. The episode starts off with Jamie Foxx throwing out trash. It starts off with Jamie Foxx throwing out trash in a dumpster, which means in context, he would be next to the hotel. Now, understand I'm going to do a thorough breakdown of this video. This video is approximately, this clip is about 10 minutes long, right? Yeah, people need to repent. They worried about names and they live a life full of sin. You know what I'm saying? I don't understand that. You know in the name, but you in sin, you're going to go to hell's fire with your name knowing. So it doesn't even make any sense. The Bible didn't say if you know a name, you get into the kingdom. It says that if you don't overcome your sins and live according to the word of the Most High, then you're not going to make it to the kingdom. And see, that's the problem with people in today's day. Everybody's just religious, but they're no earthly good because they're just religious. You know what I'm saying? They're not really living a life. For example, today, right? This is an amazing story. Let me tell you this story before we begin. It's very funny, entertaining at the same time. Those of you who noticed the platform and been following me for a long time, you know that I'm a professional music producer. I'm a professional musician. I remixed a song that Future and Quavo made, pretty much making it better, right? And I illustrated my creative talents, and a religious woman came into my comment section, right? She's pretty much removed from the platform. She's never allowed to come over here and comment again because I don't tolerate that kind of level of hypocrisy. But she came into my comment section and she said the following. She said something along the lines of, why you're remixing a song from the world? I thought you believed the industry is demonic. I thought you believed the industry is demonic, and why are you remixing that? You could use your talents for something a little more honorable. This is what she said. Basically, trying to instruct me like she's my mother, all right? So I go look at her platform, see what she's about. This young lady has a music video that she remixed from another woman in the industry that is satanic. She's rapping lyrics on top of her beat, a worldly beat, which is satanic, but have the nerve to come to me and point fingers. Total hypocrisy. It's absolutely amazing. So I had to pack her up and get up on out of here because it's just ridiculous. It's crazy. And this is what I mean by religious folks. They're no earthly good. You know, you can't teach them nothing. You can't show them nothing because they're full of demonic spirits. Rather than overcoming your sins, you're worried about me. And it's so interesting. The people that love to talk the most about my creative works, they couldn't produce music if their life depended on it. They could never do the things that I do. But this is the kind of level of hate that you get from your own people, not from white people. I don't get no hate from white people at all. I don't get no kind of hate when it comes to talent, productivity, and so forth. They just stay in their place. They don't ever say anything. I only get that from so-called black people because they know it all, right? So let's break down this video. Hopefully you'll learn something because I can't force you to learn anything. All you can do is desire to want to learn because the truth is out there. And we broke down multiple videos regarding the Jamie Foxx situation. This episode, again, is episode 12 of season 2. Jamie Foxx attempts to throw out trash. Let's see what happens as he throw out the trash.
Yeah. Drop my Rolex.
He dropped his Rolex. He claimed he dropped his Rolex, but not Rolex. I think it's like a fake. I think he said some other name, not necessarily Rolex, because he said it glows in the dark.
It's a good thing it's glow in the dark.
Now, I used AI software to remove all music from this video. All sound effects, you know, like how they have the sitcom sound effects and all of that stuff. All that stuff is removed. So all you're going to hear is just their voice with no laughter. Look what's happening.
Spit up, spit up. Which way you think they went? I don't know. This is awful, man. Don't worry about it. We're going to capture him. Oh, this donut. It's stale.
Now notice that. You have some criminals that look like they had robbed something. The cops is chasing them. And for whatever reason, they got out of frame. Jamie falls inside of the dumpster because I guess somebody bumped into him. Right? But what you have to understand is that the cops is after Jamie. Let's liken the cops to the industry. The industry is after Jamie. You got to read the signs. You got to read the messages. Now, only those with eyes to see, eyes to hear, and eyes to see and ears to hear, only you will understand this. The industry is after Jamie. The police represents the industry. Jamie is surrounded by criminals. Those are the guys who was trying to rob the jewelry store, which actually they did rob the jewelry store. But let's see what happens.
Never mind that. Think maybe they went this way. Hey! You better get me out of here. Hey, yo, see? Yeah. I think we lost him, man. Yeah, I think that must be Tito. Hey! Yeah. Woo! What's up? What's wrong with you? Tito, man, we ain't got time for that. We gotta go, man. Tito, who's Tito?
Notice they call him Tito. They think that's one of their buddies. You see that? Now, the reason why we got to make you understand this is because a lot of y'all think that the Jamie that you see is the real Jamie. No, it's not. Jamie been gone, y'all. Jamie been gone. And some of y'all might say, but what about the talent? Talent can be duplicated. You ain't know that? Talent can be duplicated. If somebody gained control over your brain, they can transfer that information to someone else. Y'all got to understand how serious this is. This cloning stuff is not a game. They could take your memory and plant that in someone else. No different than a hard drive. We're using the technology right now, ladies and gentlemen. You can have a computer, buy a new one, and you can translate everything to the next computer. You understand? I'm seeing some nonsense about copyright business, but we're going to do the stream either way. If they shut it down, they shut it down. I don't care. But I can see exactly what's going on. It's showing some stuff about heads up. We've detected copyright audio and video in your stream. So if you missed this live stream, hey, that's on you. You know what I mean? It is what it is. What I might end up doing is, let me see if I can do something, because I already I knew this was going to happen anyway. So it ain't nothing new. The point is, they don't want you to get the truth. This is what I mean. They do not want you to know anything. They don't want you to know anything. They want you to remain in the dark. These are serious facts. So let me see how I'm going to do this. Let me see. There's several ways I could spin this, because if I continue playing the video, it's going to be just a bunch of mumbo jumbo copyright nonsense, and I don't got no time for all of that. I really don't got no time for it. I'm trying to see how I could do this. Let me see. The warning went off the screen. I'm going to try something. Hold on a second. Let me try something real quick. And this is what I mean by how it's very difficult to get the truth out there, because the elite They don't want you to know this. They do not want you to know this truth. Literally, they don't want you to know any of this. Let me see if I could do this real quick. Let me see. Let me try something here. See if that. I'm going to try that. You understand? Because by me doing it that way, it seemed like whatever you try to do to alter the video, the AI system can still pick up on what you're doing. That's how advanced the technology is. I'm basically fighting against robot technology right now. You know, because when they say copyright audio and all this other nonsense, think about how old this is. Why would they even care about that? It's because they don't want you to know what's going on. Speeding it up ain't doing nothing. Right? Speeding anything up is not helping anything. Why don't you go find the video and speed it up yourself? I'm teaching a class. Why would I speed something up? Do you speed something up when you're intimate with someone? Do you speed it up and just kind of get it over with real quick? That's kind of selfish, to say the least. When you're teaching somebody something, you have to basically take your time so that they're properly educated. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep it like this. And hopefully that will help out. Because most of the time they don't really do nothing when it's audio. It's really the visuals. You understand? So if I keep it like this, it should be, if I see that the symbol continue going, then what I may end up doing is just let the audio play and have no video. You get it? So let me do this. Let me put this over here because you can still see it. The point is you got to hear it. It's not even so much about seeing, but I'm trying to make you see so you can get a little context of what's going on. Now, the purpose of me making the video transparent is so that it can throw off the system from identifying it. Right? So let me see how it looks.
Man, quit playing. We ain't got no time for that. Come on. We ain't got no time. We ain't got no time. No, you know what they probably said, but they don't. You know I got one.
So if you notice what just happened, Jamie just left with the criminals because they thought that that was their partner. They thought that that was their partner who was going to be with them with the crime. Now, after the video is done, of course, there's going to be some sort of copyright issue. That's going to be at the beginning of the stream. So I could always go into the YouTube studio and blur that part of the video. But we're going to play it like this throughout the rest of the stream. Hopefully, I don't get no more warnings because I'm getting warnings on my end. Normally, you get warnings first, like it's kind of letting you know. But it's nothing to really worry about. It's just that it's a little annoying because it interrupts my flow, right? So now, to add more context, because this is not a movie theater. You being here listening to me is not a movie theater. We're not here to play the video so you can sit back and be entertained. We're breaking down a video, right? So I'm going to be talking. That's what I'm here for. That's what the name says, Ringo TV Reactions. It didn't say Ringo Movie Theater, right? If you want to go watch it yourself, you can go do that. But when you watch it yourself, I'm not there to give you the breakdown, right? Salute to Deborah for the 20 on the Cash App, Super Chat. Great work, Ringo, always when it comes to the Most High. Shout out to E. Berry for the 10. Appreciate you sponsoring the show. All right, so now, again, context. Jamie was throwing out the trash from the hotel. He got caught in the middle of what appears to be a robbery where some criminals was running from a heist on a jewelry store. They ran past the alley of the hotel. Jamie got caught in the mix. They thought that was their partner in crime, but they took him with him because of what? We're gonna find out. Now, what's happening here is the other criminal, the one who's supposed to be those guys' partners, is coming into the hotel. That's supposed to be the clone of Jamie Foxx.
Hey there, Jamie. How you doing?
Do you see how the uncle believed that's his nephew?
Hey, what up? What up?
Hey, Jamie, are you reading about that crazy fool who's been robbing all the jewelry stores in the neighborhood?
Now notice, he's just told him about, have you been reading about that crazy fool who been robbing all of the jewelry stores? Now, the newspaper that he's holding is actually showing the clone. You see that? It's showing it. You see? And notice what the uncle gonna say. I believe that's his uncle.
I can't read.
He said he can't read. The clone just said, I can't read.
You always got the jokes, man. Hey, look. You better be worried about this guy because he looks just like you.
Wow. He said, you better be worried about this guy because he looked just like you. You should be worried about this guy, Jamie, because he looked just like you. You know how many years ago this was filmed? And again, my apologies to everybody that I can't show you it 100% clear, but I have to do that for business purposes on the platform. You have to do that. If you're now joining in, we talked about that earlier. We had to make it transparent because of the algorithm to prevent some sort of copyright or whatever the case is. That's like a way around the system because by you doing it this way, it's not like you're showing the video. It's not like it's taken away from the original, you know? So the uncle let him know there's a guy on the loose. He looked just like you, Jamie.
Oh, he's got these mean, beady eyes, you know?
Notice
he's got a beard. Only this guy, yeah, he's got a gold tooth.
Now he said he has a gold tooth too. You see the gold tooth?
Whoa, T-Dub, what's happening? Hey, T-Dub, I'm a pull. You're a young guy. Hush up.
Now, notice what happens when you learn the truth. Notice what happened when the uncle learned that that's not Jamie. The industry came to get rid of him. You see that? You see that? Once he knew the truth, this is what they do to you, ladies and gentlemen. When you're in the industry and your eyes are open and you're able to see the truth, they come get you. That's what they do. That's how it is when you're in the industry. This is when people get canceled. All of a sudden, they can't get no gigs. They can't act no more. Why? Because they cross the line. You're able to see the truth. So now they have to take you out. That's just the way it is. All right? So let's play the tape. Now, Fancy and Braxton pretty much came out, as you can see, right? They came out and they see what they think is Jamie Foxx.
Oh, there he is. Speak of the devil.
Speaking of the devil. Wow.
Let me guess. You're auditioning for Country Boys in the Woods.
You see that? Now, again, the beginning of this episode starts off with Jamie getting some sort of, I guess, best employee of the month or something along those lines. This is coming from the Jamie Foxx episode 12 of season 2. Right?
What you talking about? You know what we're talking about, Mr. Employee of the Month.
See? Employee of the month. Notice he's looking at himself because he's realizing that, wow, that looks like me. Let me do this also. Let me see if I could do this real quick. Hold on. Do that. Like that. And raise it up a little bit. Okay. He's looking at himself. And now he's laughing because he know he looked like him.
Damn is right. I mean, do you think you could get any bigger?
Damn.
Your shift's about to start. You need to get out of your gangster gear and into uniform. And that goatee isn't working.
You see this? Everybody believe that's him. And this is how most of you are right now. You believe the Jamie Foxx that you see is Jamie Foxx, but it's not. It's just not, fam. And again, you can watch that episode on your own timing. It's the Jamie Foxx Show, episode 12 of season 2. You can find the full episode on doing a Google search. I'm not going to mention the other platform name. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to mention their name. But if you just type that into Google, it'll bring you to the source. Because you can't find it over here. You could probably find clips on YouTube, but you won't be able to find the whole thing. So, the criminal looks like Jamie, 100%. Just like the Jamie that you knew. But that Jamie is gone. Let's go.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I need to get out this gangster wear and everything and get to work, so I can get up out of here. Where I do that at?
Notice that. All the red flags. He don't know where to change his clothes. He don't know what to do. He don't know anything. They have to let him know where to change his clothes.
In your room? 315?
Yeah, 315.
Where you always do it?
Where you always do it. Why don't you just go to your room? You should know where you have to go. Again, Jamie Foxx haven't come on social media yet to let the people know that he's doing good. But he's seen on a yacht. He's saving women purses. But he don't have no time to tell you that he's doing good. But he had time to promote his film. He had time to do that. Come on, y'all. They running game on us, man.
Yeah, right. I'm an idiot because I'm Jamie, employee of the month.
Keep practicing your bad acting. Cuba, no gooding.
Jamie, you know I'm employee of the month, right? I like that.
You see? So now we can see clearly that Jamie deceived everybody that's at the motel. They all believe that's him. Now, in this section of the video, Jamie is at the base, I guess, where the criminals are. Let me see if I can do this. All right, hold on a second, because I'm basically playing dodge or freeze tag with the algorithm. Believe it or not, this is why when you do content, it's very difficult. It's very difficult because you have to play around with the system that is trying its best to prevent you from doing what you need to do. Let me do something real quick. All right. So now I'll keep this on the side here so that I can control the controls. Because what I'll do is I'll take the transparency off when I want to illustrate what the scenery looks like. As long as I don't press play, the algorithm won't know what's going on. They think it's a still image. You have to understand we're dealing with AI technology. AI technology is going to be responsible for destroying all of your lives in the future, eventually. It is. This is just where it's going to go. Right now, there are certain technologies that uses AI tech that might be cool. At the same time, it's going to end up destroying everybody's life. So what we see here is a situation where they took Jamie Foxx back to the hideout and they're trying to question him on where the diamonds at. Where my cut of the diamonds that we robbed, right? So let me make that transparent so we could play the video. Right, let's go.
Yeah, wow. Well, you know, this is cool. I think everything's all right. I'm going back to the hotel. Or maybe I can chill over in this region or something.
Notice they want their cut now. They like, look, fam, where the money at? Not the money, where the diamonds? Where the diamonds at? Where's our cut? Where is our cut, bro? You know, this is what's going on, fam. And it's really crazy because they believe that's their partner. Even they're deceived. That's how this cloning stuff works. It's so identical, you won't know. That's why I said it's very, very devilish. And they know about it. And we're going to also review another video of somebody that's in the industry that confirms this. We're going to also check out somebody else that confirmed the cloning stuff. Somebody had sent me a video clip, and we're going to take a look at that as well. Not here today, but we're going to do that in another video. So let's play the tape, see what happens.
Always had jokes, T-Dub.
Yes. Yeah, T-Dub. Look, you guys can call me T-Dub. No disrespect to him, but we haven't been formally introduced. I'm Jamie. All right, Jamie, nice. All right. Nice to meet you.
You know what? That's a good alias, Jamie. That way if the police get after you, they won't know if you a he, she, or a she, he.
Wow. Notice that clue, ladies and gentlemen. The guy just said, you saying you're Jamie is a good thing because they won't know if you're a she or a he or a she, he. Do you see my point? Now, if you took the time to look at my live show where we addressed Jamie Foxx when he was dressing up like a woman on the Jamie Foxx show, not the Jamie Foxx show, I think it was, what was that other show that he was working with? It was another show. I think it was the Jamie Foxx show or was it in Living Color? I'm not sure which one it was, but he was dressing up like a woman. And basically, Jamie talked about how when he got into comedy, they wouldn't let him go to the stage because he was a dude. So in order to get gigs and work, he had to act like a woman. This is what Jamie Foxx said and did, ladies and gentlemen. So he said he purposely written down on the log sheet that his name is Jamie Foxx because that name sound like a woman. And he said that he wrote down 3 different names. All of this we uncovered in our show. You have to look for it in my live section on the channel and you'll be able to find it. Shout out to Liz for the $20 super chat. Says, keep doing what you're doing. Appreciate the encouragement. Right? So let's play the tape, see what's going on. Let's go.
Yeah, and I'm gonna change my name from C-Note to Cecilia.
Wow.
I don't understand, man. After the jury heights, you managed to change your clothes and shave all in that trash can.
Do you see that? They believe that he changed his clothes, he shaved everything because even they're confused about this. Even they don't know what's going on. So far, so good. I don't see no warnings about any copyright stuff. But I know that once the video is done, it's going to get some sort of warning or whatever the case is. And I'm going to have to probably do some edit at the beginning of the stream where I was showing the footage. I should have just known better. But I just tried to test the waters. I figured if I reverse it, that would do something. But the AI tech is just so advanced, it picks up on everything. You know what I mean? This is the same technology they use on us when we shop in the streets, when we go to stores, wherever you go. They're scanning you, they're watching you, they're taking fingerprints. They're doing so many things with your face, man. It's just really bad out here. Running you through database to check to see if you're a criminal, all at the front door as soon as you walk in.
Well, you good. You like a ghetto Superman.
A ghetto Superman. That's the same guy that saved the woman's purse, remember? Jamie Foxx saved a woman her purse, a ghetto Superman.
Well, yes. Look, I don't know what you guys are smoking, but
And Jamie don't know at that moment that these guys are criminals. He don't even know what's going on. But they took him to the hideout because they want their diamonds.
I'm gonna go ahead. It was cool. Thanks, man. We had fun, running through the streets or whatever like that, but I'm out, all right?
Man, you better kill that noise.
Do you see that? He said, you better kill that noise. Why? Because they want their cut. They want their cut. You see the guy? He's like, I want my cut. And again, if you're joining in the stream and you're wondering why the video is transparent. I have to do that to avoid copyrights and various other issues when playing this episode of Jamie Foxx Show. If you would like to see this episode without me blurring anything or making it transparent, then you have to look for episode 12 of season 2 of the Jamie Foxx Show. And you can find that online somewhere. Just Google it and you'll pretty much find it. But as for this lesson, we have to do it this way in order to stay on the safe grounds with the algorithm, right? So as you can see, the guy's roughing them up like, look, fam, we brought you here because we want our cut of the diamonds. That's what we want. You understand? Shout out to Fernandez for the membership. Appreciate you joining. Okay, so let me see. Let me blur that again. Right? Okay. Let's play it.
I want my cut of the diamonds.
I want my cut of the diamonds. Now, when he says, I want my cut of the diamonds, this is exactly what happened in the industry, ladies and gentlemen, when you become a star. They want their cut of your earnings, everything that you make. All the money you make, all the earnings, everything they want, they cut in the industry. This is how they get down. You understand? They really want their cut, you know? It's really crazy, you know? But let's get back to the tape.
Right. Oh, cut the... Oh, y'all playing spades? Cool. Hey, I know y'all was playing spades. I got 3 in the possible.
He think they playing spades.
Oh, he must be dumb. Like, he don't remember nothing. Like he got that disease, anesthesia.
He got that disease, anesthesia. I guess that was supposed to be a joke, you know? I guess he meant amnesia, but we get what he's trying to do. Again, I took out all the laughter from the sitcom, so you're not going to hear any laughter in it.
I don't know what's going on.
Maybe this will bring back your memory. Remember that front page?
Notice he said this will bring back your memory. Another clue, bring back your memory. You see that? See, you have different types of issues happening in today's day. You got cloning, and then you got mind control, where they take control over your mind, where you lose your memory. You could be the same person, but not that person anymore because they program you with a new software. We use the technology every day, people. Do you know human beings can have a robotic arm implanted and installed on their body that can actually work with the impulses of their body? Did you not know that? How many of you know that they can put robotic arms on you that can actually work and move with your thought processes? This technology is available, you know? Yeah, anesthesia can also be looked upon as they put him to sleep, you know, at Solomon King. That's right. It's a good thing you mentioned that because anesthesia, it could be that they put Jamie to sleep to do what they had to do, to clone him. And this is what's going on, fam. The clues are in the film. So the guy gave him the newspaper to refresh his memory that they recently robbed a jewelry store. They recently robbed a jewelry store, and he's trying to make him understand what's going on. Let's play the tape.
Jewel thief still at large. This looks like me.
It is you.
Wow. He said it looked like you. He said it is you. It is you. And again, ladies and gentlemen, the reason why the text on the screen is reversed is because I reversed the image. If you were here in the beginning, you would know this. All right? And as you come into the building, ladies and gentlemen, we do this every time. 900 people is here. We should be at 1,000 likes already. Let's get the likes to 1,000. It's very important that you get the likes up. That's how more people are going to come over and see this video so that they could get this information. Nobody on YouTube is going to break it down like this. And again, salute to Call Me Ken Folk because he had the video clip. I gave him his just due in my last stream. But at the same time, nobody's going to break this video down like me. Nobody. I go out of my way to bring you this kind of content. So as you can see, the clone of Jamie is in the newspaper because he's a criminal. And what you don't understand, ladies and gentlemen, is this can happen to any of us because our name, our face, our ID, our social security, it's in a database. They could take our likeness and they can reconstruct our entire image and make a clone of you. Literally. You know? And next minute you got somebody out here committing crimes and it's on camera. Next minute you get a knock on your door. Police. You're like, what? What's going on? You're coming with us. You're under arrest. Put your hands behind your back. What did I do? You murdered someone. What? I was home all day. We'll talk about it at the station. All your family is like, he was here all day. They're not going to hear nothing you got to say. You're going down to that station. That's how scary this is. This is not a game. They're literally test running this stuff on a lot of people. And this is why we haven't heard word from Jamie Foxx up to now. But we have sightings of him on a yacht, and he's saving a woman's purse. And then the next day, he promotes his movie on his Instagram, but he never came on to let the public know anything. He ain't say, hey, thank you for your prayers, nothing up to now. It don't take that long to do that. So who's telling him not to do anything? His handlers. The people that cloned him. You understand? The Jamie that we see today is a machine. It's not even real. It's just like a lot of people in the industry are not real. A lot of you ladies, you keep looking at all of these singers and these weird folks dancing all day and taking private planes and jets and fashion and posting pictures all day looking like robots and zombies. Those people are clones. They're not even human. And I warned you about this, but you don't believe me. You think I'm crazy. Let's get back to the tape. That's a commercial break.
Jamie!
You see that?
Jamie, Fancy is talking to you.
What?
Fancy.
Oh yeah. I didn't even hear. You got to like speak up like loud. I couldn't even hear you.
He said he can't hear. That's another sign to let us know that Jamie Foxx, the Jamie Foxx that you may know of, may have already done passed away because he can't hear you no more. Or he may be allegedly paralyzed or partially blind, as AJ Benza said in his interview on Dr. Drew. These are all the clues. These are all the signs. It's in the videos. They give you all the clues of what's happening today right in this episode.
Like you got to speak loud. You got a real gentle voice and everything. You got to speak up, Fanny.
Notice he called her Fanny. When you think of Fanny, you think of a fanny pack. You think of something that you got to carry. That's small.
Jamie, baby, you're going to have to do something about your pants. Have you seen Junior?
Notice you got to do something about your pants. Why? Because his pants is most likely probably sagging. He's not wearing his proper uniform. You get it? Let's go.
Oh yeah, Junior. Oh, you talking about old dude? Yeah. Oh yeah, mama.
Notice how he's throwing up the satanic hand sign every time he's talking to the woman. He's throwing up the hand sign, the Baphomet.
Yeah, he said something about he was gonna go to church or something. Something.
For church, my foot. If I know Junior, he's at that track having the time of his life.
Notice how he's tied up in the back. Just like everybody else in the industry that tries to talk, they get tied up like that, ladies and gentlemen. This is what happens. Look, what you see right there is what happens to anybody in the industry that decides to talk, that decides to share the secrets on what's going on. If you become a whistleblower, if you become somebody that tried to do the right thing, then they're going to tie up your career. They're going to tie up your assets in your bank account. They're going to freeze all your accounts. Remember, they did that to Kanye. Or should I say, Ye, respectfully. Didn't they do that to Ye? Didn't they freeze his accounts and, they took everything from him, took all of his deals with Balenciaga, with various other people. They pulled the plug. They pull the plug on everything. This is what they did. They pulled the plug. They pulled the plug on everything the man was doing and working on. He went from a billionaire back to a millionaire. You know? It's crazy. So as you can see, the guy is tied up, which is what happens to a lot of people when they begin to find the truth. They tie them up or they delete them, pack them up, tie them up, put them in the ocean somewhere, and put a cinder block on them. You know, it's pretty much what they do, fam. I know it's troubling for some people to understand, but again, I'm not here to force feed you. The information is very clear, practical, it's simplicity, it is dynamic. For anybody not to understand that, it's just because it's not meant for you to understand. You're meant to stay asleep.
Okay, Mr. Snoopity Dog. Now, why are you calling your aunt Mama?
Man, what the hell?
Notice, why are you calling your aunt Mama? They're picking up on the signs, just like a lot of you should be picking up on the signs right now. You should be picking up on the signs of what's happening in today's day regarding Jamie Foxx. You should wonder, wait a minute, why Jamie's not coming into public to address us? Why he's not his regular self? Because he's not there no more. And this is what you got to understand. I know it's difficult to understand, but this is what it is.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, I call her mama because, like, she was like a mom's to me, you know, when I was growing up, you know, doing my thing, you know? Like, whenever I need to go somewhere, she, you know, let me buy a car or something like that, you know? That's why I treat her like, you know, like a mom. Mom, you know, give me a hug or something, you know?
Notice he gassed her up, which is typical of what they're doing to you right now, gassing you up, making you feel special. But really, he don't mean nothing that he said.
Right?
Honey, that is so sweet.
Yeah, whatever.
Wow.
Listen, when you see Junior, please tell him that he needs to finish the floors before the inspector comes tomorrow.
Right.
And honey, pull up those pants.
All right, then I tell Cousin Junior, you said, you know.
Notice, pull up those pants. Why? Because he's sagging his pants. Now, what happens when a man sag his pants? What happened when a man sag? Think about that. So, this episode goes into a lot on what's happening. And you're going to also find out that the clone of Jamie Foxx is gay. You're going to also learn that. I know that probably bothers a lot of you to know that, but we got the receipts. We're not just going to play games here. We're showing you the details. You're going to learn that Jamie Foxx right there is gay. I'm going to prove it to you. It's interesting how when we were young and we were watching these shows, we didn't pick up on none of this information because it wasn't meant for us to. We were blind. We were asleep, you know? But as you grow, you begin to mature. Let's get back to the tape.
Y'all looking for him or whatever.
Listen, Junior, Jamie, why are you calling your uncle cousin?
Ask me so many questions.
Why are you asking me so many questions? Notice what Jamie said. He said, why are you asking me so many questions? Why are you asking me so many questions? Why? Why are you asking me so many questions? And this is what they don't want. They don't want you asking questions. It's just like how I'm asking questions. They don't like when I do that. They don't like when you ask questions. People hate that I ask questions. You know, because they don't want to be held accountable. Right? Let's go.
Hi, I'd like to check out, please.
Now, notice this. A guy comes up to check out from the hotel. He has to pay his fee. Jamie is pretty much, the clone version is basically robbing the hotel of money. Right? And check out how he deals with the customer.
Do with me. Step.
No, you don't understand. You see, I'd like to pay you for my room. You could feel free to put it on my credit card.
We don't take no credit cards.
We don't take no credit cards, but he pocketed the credit card.
I want to take his cash.
Cash?
Cash, down cash.
Kind of an establishment is this?
Kind of establishment. You gotta whoop your ass if you don't.
See, that's what the industry is. The industry is an establishment that will whoop your ass if you don't comply. That's the industry for you. The industry will whoop your tail if you get out of pocket. That's how they do you. You understand? They'll do this to anybody. When you under those contracts, you got to do what they tell you to do. It's just that simple. You can't run, you can't hide, you can't do none of that. You know? Let's get back to the tape. Back to the tape.
I see your point.
No, I don't think you do see. Oh, I see it.
May I please have my change?
Opie, if you don't get your ass up there.
You see that? Now, this is something interesting. I need you to see this. I need you to see this. Let me see where I can wind it back, because Jamie grabbed the guy by his nuts, by his butt, literally cupped his behind and his balls with his hand to get him up on out of there. I'm going to make you see that, right? Let me see if I can do this real quick.
I see your point.
No, I don't think you do see. Oh, I see it.
May I please have my change?
Opie, if you don't get your ass up there.
Now, what we're going to do is, let me see if I could do this real quick, because I don't want to play the video like this, right? So we see where his hand is, right? Let me see if I could capture it. Right there. Boom. Check that out. His hand is right between his legs, grabbing his balls and the crack of his behind to get him up out of there. That's exactly what's going on right there. And I'm trying to figure this out. Why would another man be grabbing a man in that way? Again, if you watch the episode on your own, because I'm not going to play it like this because of the copyright issues. You know, I can only play it where I make it transparent. But his hand is literally between his legs, grabbing his behind. That's what's going on. And this is what they do. This is how they had Jamie in the industry. They had him wearing dresses. They had him in compromising positions. He had to grab balls, nuts, cheeks, everything. This is what he had to do in order to get the gig. Same thing with the guy that played Braxton. They pretty much prevented him from growing in the industry for various reasons, because maybe he didn't want to wear the dress. Maybe he didn't want to go the extra route. So they said, you know what? We're not going to give you much gigs. We're going to kind of let you sit there and dry out a little bit. You know? That's what he's doing right there, fam. Now he's there rubbing on the guy now. Like the guy's behind is literally on him. This is not by accident, fam. Seriously, this is what they do in the industry. They got to make you do these things because it puts you in a position where you get a little more comfortable being around this type of environment. So they'll make you rub up on guys, grab their behind, because why would you be grabbing a guy's behind and his nuts in order to throw him out of a motel? And why would you have your crotch area all up on him like that to get him up on out? You know, these are like humiliation rituals. And this is what they've been doing for a long time. You know? It's really sad. And he slapped his behind. You saw that? You saw that, right? And he slapped him on his behind. Another man slapping a man's behind. That's what Jamie Foxx was doing. You know? And now Braxton sees him, and he's probably wondering why he did this to the guests.
You were staying at the King's Tower.
Take a chill tablet.
Take a chill tablet.
I think you've been working too hard.
And that's exactly what happened. They gave Jamie Foxx a chill tablet. They gave him a chill tablet because he'd been working too hard, and they packed him up.
Kind of stressing out. This whole situation has just got me like, you know. I'm gonna chill though. I'm gonna probably go down to like South America or something, you know, when it's all blow over.
Well, good. You need to get a rest. You're acting all weird.
You know, weird, huh?
Now check this out now. Remember I told you earlier that the Jamie the clone is gay? Okay, we're about to bring out the receipts right now. It's right in the video. Check it out.
You know why that is, though? It's called you. No.
What?
I mean, I'm just saying, I ain't never been around nobody as fine as you. You know, I've been around, where they soft and they tender, whatever like that. But the difference is, you're a woman.
Do you see that? Did you see what he just said? Did you see what he just said? That just went over everybody's head. He just said he been where they're soft and tender. But the only difference is you're a woman, which means this Jamie was in the penitentiary getting it on with soft and tender men. This is what Jamie Foxx said. This is what they had him do. This is the kind of role that he was playing. You understand? Let's rewind that back. Check it out.
No.
What?
I mean, I'm just saying, I ain't never been around nobody as fine as you. You know, I've been around, where they soft and they tender, whatever like that. But the difference is, you're a woman.
Wow.
Jimmy, stop it. You're embarrassing me.
Now notice this. He just told her that he'd been around men where they're soft and tender. The only difference is you're a woman, which means he already had sex with men. That's basically what he just said. That he had sexual relations with men. And the only difference is that she's a real woman. But now, there's another part in that a lot of you didn't catch. Let's rewind it back. Watch how, when I play the tape, he looks back at Braxton because he don't want Braxton to know that he was intimate with a man. Check it out.
No.
What?
I mean, I'm just saying, I ain't...
Notice that. Boom. Right there. You see how he turned around? He was about to tell her his situation. He looked back towards Braxton. Why? Because he don't want Braxton to know what he's about to say in terms of him being intimate with men. And what's interesting and sad about this is that Fancy was turned on by the fact that he said what he said. She was turned on by that. You're going to see. Which goes to show that how a lot of women in today's culture, believe it or not, guys, a lot of women are more attracted to guys that play for the other team. They love dating guys that also get it on with men. Some of these women be in denial. They know their man play for the other team, but they believe that they can make him straight or something weird. But this is what it is, man. So let's play the tape again so we can hear what he had to say.
I ain't never been around nobody as fine as you. You know, I've been around, where they soft and they tender, whatever like that. But the difference is, you're a woman.
Wow. Notice she's smiling.
Jimmy, stop it. You're embarrassing me.
What you mean I'm embarrassing you, girl? Oh, my God. No, I'm just saying, I ain't never had this opportunity, to be around somebody cute like you. It's like, you probably wouldn't give a fella like me even the time of day,
Notice this. He said basically that he really never been around a woman. Why? Because he been locked up his whole life. You see that? And a lot of you ladies love dating guys like this. They in and out of prison, topping off men in the pen, blowing out other men from the back. And these guys come out the penitentiary and then they act like they thugs and gangsters in the hood. But the truth be told, these guys been intimate with men. This is what's going on in today's day.
You know what? I like this little character you're playing. It's cute.
Notice she says she likes the character that he's playing, which proved once again how the modern women love Pookies and Ray Rays. They love the thugs. They love the criminals. They love the jewelry thieves and scammers. They love those guys.
Oh, you like my character?
Yeah.
I like you too, though. Like, just how you are. I mean, you be smelling good and everything. Like, you smell like fresh soap or something. You just got through washing. You just all washed up. Cute little smile or whatever way you be walking and stuff.
Notice how she's getting turned on by that. That's how women are today's guys. That's how they are. If you guys want to understand the game of how women love toxic men, those are the kind of guys they love. Not saying that the words he's saying is toxic. That's not what's toxic. That's how you're supposed to be. You're supposed to be more assertive and direct in your approach. What I'm saying is this guy just said that he was in prison with men, and that went right over her head. That's toxic. Now, what he's doing here is what a lot of you guys don't do when you're around women, which is why you never really attract a woman sexually. That's why she always put you in the friend zone, because you don't know how to talk. So what he's doing here is typical of what a man would do when he like what he see. And that's why Fancy is getting turned on by that. Watch.
You know what? You made me want to.
You see? See, a lot of you guys be scared to tell women what you want. You be scared because you think that if you tell her, she's going to be offended. No, she's not, because that's what she's waiting for you to say. She's waiting for you to just come out and just be like a man. But you're too scared and timid, and you're scared to say what you need to say. Now watch what happens next.
Hey, bro, why you running? No, I'm just saying, you know, you want somebody fake it fun, or you want somebody to keep it real, you know?
You see? Now, do you see how direct that was, guys? That's how fast you have to be. That's how fast you got to move. Now, everything he did there is normal of what a man would do when he really like a woman and he's direct in his approach. But see, a lot of you guys, you would never do anything like that because you scared. You try to act like this gentleman, and this is why you can't get no women to pretty much, I guess, deal with you. You know what I mean? And it is what it is. You know, a lot of times women will be like, oh, I don't want no guy like that. Pay these women no mind. These women, their clothes be off all the time. You know what I mean? Think about how many women get pregnant and having babies, especially right now. It's because of this type of approach right here. But it's normally from the guy that is not good. They normally get in bed with men that are not really good men. And then they end up having their baby. And then they try to find a decent guy to be the stepdaddy, which is typical of what happened with Russell Wilson with the Future situation, how Russell Wilson is a stepdaddy and a sucker, pretty much, because Future done bust his load all over Sierra, filled her up with seeds and babies, and basically passed her to Russell Wilson. And now he's just sitting there like a sucker taking care of another man's kids. And that's a bad look as a man. And this is what we try to explain to you guys, that you're not supposed to be doing that. You know, that's how you go out like a sucker. Do you see that? Now she's under his spell. Now she's hooked. She's interested in him, and he's Pookie and Ray Ray. See that? See, she's looking like she's all shocked and whatnot, but don't pay that no mind, guys. Women do this all the time, because what you're gonna see next is the proof. Check it out. See how she's blowing kisses at him? Now watch this. See? She walks right into the wall. Why? Because she's like dazed by what happened. You see that? And that's what happens when you control a woman's mind with your actions and your masculinity. You see? We might have to talk about that in another video.
Don't be afraid.
So now they're back now at the hideout where the real Jamie is basically being held against his will, because these guys, they want their money. These guys want their money. So they're like, look, where's the diamonds? Where's our cut? What's going on? You know? And again, as you come into the stream, click the like button. Maybe people don't understand English, but we should be at 1,000 likes already. I've been on for an hour and 18 minutes. It shouldn't take an hour and 18 minutes for people to click the like button. It's like, why are you here? You should be here because you're trying to learn. Well, if you like the work that I'm doing, why are you not supporting the work? You support the fake Jamie Foxx. You support Netflix. You support Amazon Prime. You support everybody else. Right? But when it comes to supporting a man that's teaching you the truth, you find it difficult to support that. Isn't that interesting, ladies and gentlemen? Isn't that interesting how everybody else gets supported, but people that stand for the truth, they don't get no support at all? It's really sad, man. You want to see my content, but you don't want to support the content. Let that make sense.
Not to lie.
He just picked up their cell phone so he could go make a phone call. This is where the phone call, the infamous phone call from Jamie to the aunt, comes into play.
We will survive, baby.
Now he's calling now.
Hello, King's Tower. Auntie, who is this?
This.
Jamie. I'm standing right next to Jamie. Whoever this is, I don't have time for your games.
Wow. Jamie just called her. She said, I'm standing next to Jamie. I'm standing next to Jamie. That's not Jamie. I'm standing next to him. You see? He just called. But what happened? She didn't believe that was him. She didn't believe that was him. Let's check out what happens. Let's see.
Who was that?
Somebody acting like he was you.
Wow. Someone acting like he was you.
Tell you what, why don't I get this one and when I get through, you know, I'll make sure he don't call him no more.
Good.
Whoever it is.
Thank you.
All right?
All right, then I'll just go now.
All right, then.
Wow. So he said, let me get that phone call because the phone just rang. You didn't hear it because, like I said, I used some software to remove all of those sound effects. Right? So he's going to basically prevent him from trying to get in. And this is what happens when they clone you. You're going to be trying to tell the public that person is not you, but you're not going to be able to because they're going to have you at some hideout somewhere while the clone is out there in the world living your life. You know? And that's just what it is, man. So, let me see what's going on with the chat. Shout out to Gwendolyn for the $10 support, sponsoring the show. Gwendolyn, appreciate you. Okay, let's listen to what Jamie does right here with the phone call.
Yeah. Yo, who this? This is Jamie. Who's this? Jamie? No, this is the new Jamie, fool. And if you know what's good for you and your family, you'll stay away from here till I can plan my getaway.
Do you know what he said? He said something along, if you know what's best for your family. If you know what's best for your family, which means the industry not only will harm you as the individual, but they'll also harm your family as well. That's what he just said right there. Let's go.
Yo, who this? This is Jamie. Who's this? Jamie? No, this is the new Jamie, fool. And if you know what's good for you and your family, you'll stay away from here till I can plan my getaway. Oh, and check this out. The little fanny, I'm taking care of those panties.
Wow. Wow, that's crazy. He said he's basically gonna smash his woman. Now remember, in the movie Face Off with Nicolas Cage and John Travolta, remember that movie? They switch faces and he was able to go to his crib and bang his wife from the back. Y'all remember that? Because remember, he was always out with doing police work and all of that other stuff. And, you know, he didn't really have no time to be with the wife. So when he traded faces, he was able to go to the other guy's house and bang his wife, live in his house. And that's basically what Jamie just did right there. See, this is why they make these films. Face Off. This is why they had. And if you notice this, ladies and gentlemen, you wouldn't believe this. The name of that episode of the Jamie Foxx show is called Face Off. Do your research. The name of that episode is the Jamie Foxx show, season 2, episode 12, and it's called Face Off. That's what it's called. Look it up. Look, when I tell you to look stuff up, I'm not just saying that to sound like I'm telling you the truth. Look it up for yourself so you know it's the truth. Look it up. It's called Face Off. That's the real name of the episode. And what's crazy is then they come out with the movie Face Off. Isn't that something? Why? Because this is what they do. And notice in the movie Face Off, they had technology to transfer somebody's face from one person to the other. You gonna tell me the technology is not there? The technology is there, ladies and gentlemen. Right? play the tape.
You better stay away from her. Say it. Yeah, police, I know where T-Dub Johnson is. Yeah, he's staying over at the King.
Yo, man, who you talking to?
Yeah, let me get a King Supreme Pizza.
Notice he was saying that the guy who is acting like him is at the King Hotel. So the real Jamie is trying to be a whistleblower to let, I guess, the police or anybody know that the guy who they're looking for that robbed the jewelry is at the hotel. Could it be that the real Jamie at one point in his life was trying to let the public know that they are coming after him? Think about it. Think about the controversy that was surrounding Martin Lawrence a long time ago, when he was basically running down the street with a damn gun, basically saying somebody's trying to kill him. Somebody's trying to get him. Who was trying to get him? The industry. The industry was trying to get him. And I think they were doing a lot of mental things with him where in his mind, he was seeing something. And it goes back to what I told you about how you have demon spirits that are in the world, entities that are unknown, and they appear, disappear, and they could play mind games on you and make you really believe that you're going crazy. I'm here to tell you, you're not crazy. You're seeing these things. It's just that if you tell somebody, they're going to say you're crazy. There's a lot of you out there that see things. You have dreams. You've seen things appear in your house. You've seen things outside. You've seen people following you. Weird stuff happen to you. And for whatever reason, you turned around. The person was there. You turn back around. The person is gone. And you're sitting there going crazy. You said, you know what? Let me just go home. Let me not say nothing to nobody because nobody would believe me. Some of you been in your car. You turned around. Somebody was in your car. Then they disappeared. And it shocked you. You didn't know what to do. You didn't know who to tell. And it's like, what's going on? And this is what I mean. This is why the Bible says, be careful how you entertain strangers, for some have entertained angels unaware. Or you may have entertained demons unaware. And again, Jamie had to sell his soul in the industry in order to get fortune and fame. The Jamie Foxx that you see today, that's not Jamie Foxx. He been gone. And there's many other celebrities that are gone too. It's just that you haven't heard about them being cloned or reconstructed or how can I say, taken to a laboratory where they erase their memory and plant a new memory in their mind. Y'all remember the movie, what is it called, man? Something about the I think it's called The Manchurian Candidate. Y'all remember that film? The Manchurian Candidate, I believe that was about a movie where they could do mind control and they could make you commit crimes and make you do things against your will. And then once they're finished with you, you come back to your normal senses. And I recall there was a guy that he came to Denzel and he was like, read these papers. I'm seeing things. I'm having these dreams. It's like I'm seeing somebody, they coming after me. And Denzel looked at him as if though he's crazy, but he wasn't crazy. He really saw the things he saw. You know? This is real, fam. They put them in movies for you to see it. But again, because your soul want to be entertained, you're not really thinking about it. You know? You don't want to think about it. You don't want to think it's real. You got to watch all these films for what they are. Like when I watch movies, I do not watch movies for entertainment. I look at the hidden messages. When the movie The Matrix came out, I didn't want to see an action movie, even though I liked the entertainment aspect. I was looking for the message behind the film to find out what Hollywood is doing. I watched the movie The Matrix about 3 times in the movie theater. Literally, I went to see it once in a movie theater, then I went back 2 more times to watch the same film. Why? Because I was taking notes. I was watching what was happening. You know? Let me see. Okay, let me get back to the tape. Let me blur this thing out a little bit. All right, okay.
You heard me. And make sure the meat is dead on it. I want just dead meat. I don't care. Kangaroo, horse, whatever you got. I like it dead. Murder. And if it ain't here in 30 minutes, I'm gonna be down there. Have a nice day.
See that low dog? T-Dub is back. Yeah.
Notice they think that Tito is back. They think his memory came back. They thought that he had some sort of memory loss, right? Because if you really think about it, ladies and gentlemen, the Tito whom they know is more gangster than all of them. This is what a lot of you may not have picked up in this episode, because you might have seen them roughing up Jamie thinking that they're more tough than him. But no, the criminal version of Jamie, the clone, is actually more violent than his accomplices. Why do you think he was the one holding the diamonds? Why do you think they got to go to him to get their cut? Because he's the boss. He's the main guy. You see? You know? But hey, it is what it is, man. It is what it is. Tony says, sorry, this dude made a choice for wealth and fame. It is what it is. It's not about being sorry. It's about education. You understand? Because you could end up getting cloned. You know? It's about educating the people so that the people understand what's going on, so they're in the now, because this can happen to anybody. It's just like how when you have identity theft, how many of you experience identity theft where somebody steal all your information and they're out there impersonating you, affecting your credit, affecting your banking? It can really ruin your life. And it takes a long time for everything to get sorted out. So it's very clear that Jamie made his choice. I'm not disagreeing with you on that regard. I don't feel sorry for him at all for making the choice to join, you know, the devil's system. That's his prerogative. This is not about me feeling sorry for him. He made a choice. This is about education. This is about the public knowing what's happening out here, because it's like I said 1,000 times. I always say this in my streams. You folks that are looking at me right now, listening to my shows, whether on camera or off camera, you have to understand that if something was to happen to me, most high forbid, right? Because I'm speaking the truth. If something was to happen to me and you hear that Ringo jumped off a building, right? Because he was depressed, that's a lie. I'm letting you know right now, that's a lie. You know? The reason why I have to say that is because this is what they do in Hollywood. This is what they do in society. They will do things to you and then they'll paint a narrative and publish it and say that you self-deleted, you jumped in front of a train. And what's crazy is here in New York, right? 3 individuals, this is a true story. I might do a video about it if I can find the other source video. But here in New York, the other day, I think a couple of days ago, 3 people jumped in front of subway trains in the same day in New York. Could you believe that? 3 people jumped in front of moving subway trains in New York within, I think, a span of 7 hours or something along that lines. This is what happened. So you have to ask yourself, why are people doing that? What's going on? What's happening in their mind? Are they being controlled? I think so. I think that they are purposely controlling people, making them do these things because it's happening too much. A lot of weird stuff is going on. And this is why, you know, those of you who never took the potion juice, the injection, the syringe, if you never took it, you're blessed. Those of you who took it, hey, may the Most High be with you. May the Most High be with you, because you couldn't pay me $10 million to take that potion sauce. It wasn't going to happen, because the Most High told me that if I would have took that, I was going to die. That's what he told me. The Most High told me that. I heard his voice. He said, if you take it, you're going to die. Your family needs you. Do not do it. I said, but my job, Most High, I need my job. He said, who cares about your job? I'll take care of you. Don't worry about the job. I said, but I like my job. He said, trust me, what I got for you is way better than your job. You understand what I'm saying? And because I had contemplated taking it, like literally. I had to speak with other brothers and try to sort out what's going on. And some people might be like, but Ringo, why would you contemplate taking the potion sauce? Because I have a family. You understand? And just like a lot of you might have a family, you have to provide, right? So it was either you do that or you get fired. That's how it was. A lot of people succumbed to the potion sauce because they wanted to keep their job. And I looked at it as, you know, you're being forced to do something against your will. And I felt pressured. So there was a moment when I was a little like concerned. And then I got the confirmation from the Most High. I spoke to other brothers in the truth, asked their opinion, their thoughts. What about this? What about that? And pretty much everybody was basically saying what the Most High was telling me. So I basically just said, hey, I'm not doing it. And, you know, all my coworkers were like concerned, like, come on, bro, if you don't do this, man, they're going to let you go. What are you going to do? You got kids, you know, dag, bro, like you got to make the choice. And I was like, I made my choice because the Most High said, if you did this, you're going to die. This is what he told me verbatim. He said, if you take it, you're going to die the same day. You are going to die because the way, and again, I made several videos about the potion sauce, but on social media, you're not allowed to even talk about it. You know what I'm saying? Even now, I won't even make no videos about it. The things that I know about it, I can't even utter. I can't even speak about it. I can't. Not even on Patreon. Because another brother posted, I guess, his thoughts about it on his Patreon, and they deleted his videos. You see what I'm saying? And it's a private site. Like, you're paying for the service. So it's like, how could they have access to delete your stuff? Well, because they watching you. So the information that I have is very, very alarming. The information I have will shut down a lot of things, man, but I can't speak on it. It's for you to pretty much figure out. You know what I mean? Like if I'm having conversations with people and they're in front of me, I could talk about things, but I'm too wise to communicate that information to just about anybody because I'm intelligent. I know that certain people that might be around me may not even be who they think they are. It could be an agent. It could be anybody. So I refuse to speak. But the things that I know, it'll make you run to the Most High fast. It'll make you pray every minute because it's really that serious. Because I knew about the entire diabolical plan from the beginning. And when it came down to the wire, I stood with the other guys that was going to pretty much rebel against the system. And I was like, hey, if you guys want to can us and get rid of us, then hey, so be it. And then once they did that, they thought they won the battle, but they didn't win the war. In the end, the company is falling apart as I speak, literally falling apart. Various workers that I once knew, they started to quit their job. They started to quit. Why? Because it's like by me not being there, it's like the whole business started falling apart. And this is why I told you that when you're a chosen one and you're at these jobs, a lot of times these companies are prospering because you're there. You have the light of the Most High upon you. You bring peace to a job. You bring the prosperity. You understand? And if you were to leave your job, that company will fall apart. You know? And a lot of people that I know that took the potion sauce, they're not doing well right now. They're not doing well. They got problems. And a lot of them are ashamed. They're embarrassed. They don't want to talk about it. And, you know, it's sad. It's sad. It's really sad because you can't reverse this, you know? But anyway, the choice is yours. Let's get back to the tape.
I'm back. Boy, I was never gone. I'm back. Better know I'm back. What? You see that?
Notice how Jamie is acting like he's Tito, acting like he's the bad guy that robbed the diamonds.
Back. Man, I need to. Where I leave my gat at? I had a gat.
Your gat?
Yeah, my gat, so I can.
You don't have no gat.
Notice, Jamie said, "Where's my gat? Where's my gun?" But the criminal friend says, "You don't have no gun. You never use guns. You use nunchucks."
Used to use the nunchucks. Hey, dog. Do the movie you did on the security guard at the jewelry store.
Right, I had the nunchucks at the jewelry store when I had to break dudes off. You know, but it was
Notice he said he had to break a man off. Those are code words. He had to break a man off. When a man say he broke another man off, what does that mean? That means that he was intimate with him. He had to make him, climax. Broke him off. But this is in the script that they make Jamie read.
And so things was coming at me, and then I came at him, then I started, working it all in, and
You see this mess? Notice he hits himself in the nuts. You see that? And again, this is entertainment to the people. They laugh, they joke, all this stuff is funny, But really, these are signs. These are signs that prove how people are under mind control. Because to be honest with you, a lot of those sitcoms, although they were entertaining, they kept us under mind control. They kept us thinking a certain way. They didn't make us grow and think outside the box.
You know what, dog? That's dope. I get it. First, you hit him in the jewels, and then you stole his jewels. Man, you bad.
Now notice, Jamie hit the guy with the nunchucks and then stole the jewels. So he's basically the boss. These guys are just looking for their cut.
Speaking of jewels, when you gonna break a brother off his cut of the diamonds?
Yeah, man, what diamonds? What?
See, where the diamonds? That's what he's asking for.
The diamonds. Huh? As a matter of fact, you ain't gonna believe this. I had the diamonds with me, right? And I hid them at this hotel. I stashed them away cause the cops was chasing me. See that, man? That brother's smart, right? See what happened when you get a GED?
Notice he said he's smart because he got a GED. This again furthers how they make black men look dumb and stupid by saying that if you got a GED, that means that you're smart. Not saying that if you got a GED that you're dumb or anything. That's not what I'm saying to anybody that's viewing respectfully. Because a lot of people may have gotten a GED. It is what it is. But my point is, they never try to show us in a situation where we're educated in somewhat. They try to make us look like we're dumb as black men. Mainly black men. They don't do that with black women. They do that with men. They try to make us look dumb. So, let's get back to the tape.
That's right, see, because a terrible mind is a good thing to waste.
Let's leave it done. Look, what I need to do now is go over to the hotel, grab the diamonds, and I'll split it 50-50-50.
Notice what he just said. He's going to grab the diamonds and he's going to split it 50-50-50. Now, look at how the criminal friends are looking at him. Because in their mind, they're like, wait a minute. Why would you split it 50-50 for all of us? That's not how we did things. You always took the most of the diamonds. You always took the most of the cuts because you're the ringleader. The ringleader never splits the spoils 50-50. That's how they knew something ain't right. Something is definitely not right with this cat. Look how they respond to him now. See that?
I like that.
See?
He's only gonna get like 33rd and a third.
Notice they said, I like that. I like that split. Why? Because they never was accustomed to getting that kind of cut. You see what I mean? That implied that Jamie was always getting more than them. Those were his workers. You see that? Okay, let's see what happens next.
What's wrong?
You heard about the recent jewelry heist?
Yeah, what about it?
Take a look at this.
Oh, my Lord! That crazy T-Dub Johnson looks a lot like Jamie.
Wow, he looked like Jamie. Have you heard about the heist? He looks like Jamie. See how they looking at the paper? You see that? That looks like Jamie. Just like a lot of you are looking at the situation now with Jamie Foxx, and you think that that's Jamie. They been cloned him, y'all. These are the origins of the cloning of Jamie Foxx. And they put this message out there for a long time. You know? This is crazy, man. You see? But this is what goes on in the industry. Now, I'm going to speak in some codes. Coded language. Why did they rob the jewels, and what does the jewels represent? See, those of you that are in the now that can see and hear, you know who control Hollywood, right? That's why we're talking about jewelry. I think you pretty much understood what I said, right? So, they control the narrative of what goes on in these films. They write the scripts. And they know exactly what's going on. And this is why Jamie Foxx is cloned. You see? Because they didn't rob money, they robbed jewels. Come on now. Put the pieces together. Right? So, let's get back to the tape. Let's go.
Wait, you don't think that... Nah.
Notice that.
Wait a minute, somebody called here earlier pretending to be Jamie, and I thought that was very strange.
No, what was strange, Mrs. King, is that he called you Mama and Mr. King cousin.
Yeah,
Wow.
and when he kissed me, he made my knees buckle, and usually I just want to knee him. So he said...
Notice.
Oh!
Notice she just told him what the clone of Jamie told her in her ear. Which just goes again how women always tell other people their business. You would think that she would keep that to herself, but no. You know? So now they're figuring it out. They're now figuring out that the Jamie that they thought was Jamie is not Jamie, but the clone. And this was many, many years back when they did this episode.
Oh, my Lord! Junior and Jamie are all right. I'm going to the office to get the police.
I'll go check the safe.
I'm going to get my pepper spray.
And notice how they are all going up to their separate ways to try to, one is going to call the police, the other one is going to get pepper spray. That's how a lot of you are right now. Some of you are saying stuff like, well, Ringo, if you know that Jamie may have been cloned, why don't you go tell the police? That's like going and tell Satan. It doesn't make any sense. Who do the police serve? They serve the beasts. They don't serve you. They serve the beasts. The police is the enforcement agents of the system. When you look at the movie The Matrix, the policeman was used by the agents. And that's how the agents work. They popped in and out of different software. So anybody still connected to the system, they can be used. All of this we learned from the movie The Matrix. If you're connected and hardwired to the system, you are a part of that system, no matter what. So you can't run to the police to tell them anything because they're not going to be able to help you. You understand? That's just the way it is. Do not post the S word in my chat, right? If you do that one more time, you will be blocked, right? Learn how to post codes. What's another word for that S word? self-delete, self-harm. Use that type of words. Do not post that word. The next person that posts that word, you will be blocked permanently. All right? Okay, let's get back to the tape, find out what we got. So they're trying to go get help. They're trying to go call the police, all this other stuff.
Yo, Fancy, B.
Now that's the real Jamie right there that came back to the so-called motel. And it is what it is. He's there now, but they look identical. Now, something's going to happen here, ladies and gentlemen, that I'm going to show you something, because we had this problem in the last stream where people were like, the real Jamie, they were like, I could tell the real Jamie Foxx from the fake because of his talent. I'm here to tell you, just because somebody's talented does not mean nothing. They can clone your talent. If anything, they can make you better than before. They can make you way more talented. You know? This is why when you're a part of the elite, certain families, they don't want you to interbreed with anybody of a lower degree. This is just truth, man. You got some families out here that would not want their daughters to get with a man that is not coming from a bloodline of successful, rich, powerful men. Their daughter would not even be allowed to be next to you. You understand? There are families like that. You're not even allowed to even be with their daughter. Better yet, their son. Their son cannot take a woman to wife that is from a poor family. Nope. They won't allow that. She got to come from a high privileged family. You understand? It's really crazy out here. But let's see what happens.
Aunt Helen! He got my peeps. Run! Bobby, Ricky,
Now, check out Braxton. Braxton just went inside the room. The uncle is tied up right there. Notice how he been tied up all this time. Think about that. And that's just to show that the uncle been in the hotel tied up the whole time, and nobody noticed that he was tied up there. That's the same way you could be in the industry and be tied up, gagged, unable to speak. Your career's in shambles, but you're in the industry. And there's a lot of people just like this. They're unable to talk and speak the truth. Wow, he just now noticed.
Jamie is not Jamie. He's a jewel thief. I know.
Do you see that? Jamie is not Jamie. He's a jewel thief. Come on, fam. The truth is right in your face. The truth is right in your face. But again, I cannot force you to understand. Your mind have to be able to understand. You know? Yeah, they can transfer your entire consciousness. That's right. Think about this, ladies and gentlemen. You have technology out here that if you want to have a son or a daughter, you can go down to these special hospitals and they can handpick now the sperm cells so that you can have and deliver a son if that's what you choose, for a fee, of course. Right? So what exactly are they doing? They're trying to play God. They're picking and choosing who comes in the world and who don't. Just like the Matrix. Same thing. The technology is there, ladies and gentlemen. Cloning is real. This has been going on for a long time. It's just that things are so normalized out here, people really believe everybody they talk to is real. A lot of people that are in these industries are not who they are. I told you this already, but you don't believe. Why do you think all of these celebrity women get all of these BBLs, all these operations, and they look like freak shows, literally. They literally look like a walking freak show because they're not who they are. They literally transform themselves. You know? Look at Lil' Kim. She was looking one way back in the day. Now she's a different person. Y'all got to look at this and look at what's going on, fam. You know? You got to look at what's happening. The industry is sick. Dave Chappelle tried to tell you before he got cloned. Think about this. Dave Chappelle tried to tell you about the industry before he got cloned. You see that? See, some of the people who've been cloned, we could figure it out at the end of the day, but they'll just look at you like, oh, you're just saying that. You're crazy. You don't know what you're talking about. Let's see what happens next.
Oh, that's why I came here to check the safe. Trust me, no one's been in here.
Oh, Mrs. King, I hope Jamie's okay.
So do I, because if something happens to that boy, I will never forgive myself for hanging up on him.
And there's a lot of people that won't be able to forgive themselves because you didn't believe the real Jamie when he probably tried to warn you. You didn't listen to the signs. I've been trying to warn you. You ain't listened to none of the signs. You didn't care. You just thought we were crazy.
Junior, baby, where you been? Are you okay?
Oh, he tied me up, Helen. I thought he was gonna get medieval on me.
Oh, honey. Call the police and they're on their way. You guys all right?
You see that? They think he's the fake one. But notice this. Notice how the real Jamie is there next to Fancy and the aunt. The real Jamie is there. Right? But then again, I don't know who's the real one, to tell you the truth, because I've been watching the video just like y'all. You know, I mean, I know who's who, but at the same time, for illustration purposes, because they're wearing the same clothing. Let's play the tape.
Yeah, y'all hold him while I go get the police and everything.
You see that?
All right, everybody, break it up. Get down here. Get there. Wait. I know this looks bad, man, but that's not me. I'm me. How you gonna be me? I'm me.
You
Plus,
see
she
that?
was a convict. Convict? Your mother's a convict. Oh, you gonna bring my mother into this, huh?
You see this? Clone versus Jamie Foxx. And now the cops and them, they're going to try to sort the situation out. You see that? This is what they're going to do now.
Look at it. It's T.W. Johnson. And another one. Can't anybody tell me who's who? Come on, family. After all we've been through, y'all don't recognize me?
And see, that's the problem. Today, you're not going to be able to recognize the clone because the clone looks so identical to the real. This is how serious this is. Now, watch this, because a lot of you thought that you'll be able to know the real Jamie because if he could sing and play the piano, then that must be the real Jamie. Watch this. This is going to destroy that thought process that you have. Watch this.
It's impossible to tell them apart. Wait,
It's impossible to tell them apart. Now watch this.
Let me clear my throat.
Notice both of them can sing, ladies and gentlemen. Both of them can sing. You see that? Do you see that? Both of them can sing. The real Jamie and the clone can sing. You see that? So what we have here is a situation where I don't want you to believe that if the fake Jamie, like let's say for example, Jamie Foxx appear on his Instagram singing and playing the piano, right? Most of you would be like, see, Ringo, that's the real Jamie. He could sing, he could play the piano. That doesn't mean he's real. They could clone you with all the talents. How many of you ever cloned a hard drive? Put a 1 in the chat if you ever cloned a hard drive. I said, put a 1 in the chat. Put a 1 in the chat if you ever cloned a hard drive before. Meaning you have a hard drive, you want to back up the hard drive because you want an identical copy of it because you don't want to lose your data, your files, your photos, your videos. It's very easy to clone a hard drive. Do you see the 1s, ladies and gentlemen? You see that? When you clone something, it's identical. You know what I mean? It's identical. When you clone something, it's always going to be identical. There's no way around that. It's not going to be partially looking like, no. It's going to look like the real thing. This is why so many people get confused when you have situations like this. They don't understand what clone mean. When something is cloned, it takes everything about something and make another copy. It's literally making a copy of a copy. That's what this is, man. Right? Let's go.
That's him. That's the thing.
No, you got the wrong guy.
Yeah, tell it to your cellmate, pal.
Wow. She said that's the fake one. That's the one. The officer said you'll tell that to your cellmate. They can't tell the difference between the real and the fake.
Fess, come on now. Now you know the real Jamie. Come on. Come on, girl. Come on now. Come here. Come on. Come here.
Recognize. Officers, that's the real Jamie. Arrest that man.
What we had was real, girl.
Do you see that? Do you see how when the real Jamie kissed Fancy, she automatically recognized, okay, he's the real one. Because there's certain things that even though you have the fake, that cannot be duplicated. Do you even know that when you clone a hard drive, right? It lets you know when that hard drive was cloned, which means you'll know that it's not the original hard drive. Even though it's a copy, the date of the when it was modified will forever be stamped on that hard drive. It cannot be modified. It's just like when you take a photo with your cell phone, there's a date and a stamp that goes on that photo that could never be modified or removed. You know what I mean? That's why a lot of times in business, people like to send emails or they take photos of things because it gives a date and a time of the event. You can't argue it, you know?
No. Write me. I'll call you. Lit.
So he's going back to jail to be with men.
Jimmy, baby, I am so sorry.
And notice how everybody's feeling sorry for him because they didn't believe him. You see that? This is what's going on, fam. So, based on the tape, ladies and gentlemen, of this episode, it's very evident and clear that from the origins of the Jamie Foxx show, season 2, episode 12, they were already testing the cloning idea with Jamie Foxx, playing around with it to see how people would handle it. And the thing is, he'd been cloned already. Remember, we showed you in previous streams that Jamie Foxx is supposed to have, you know, his tattoo intact. You know what I mean? But it's not there. You see? He's supposed to have his tattoo, but it's not there. Why? Because they already done got rid of him. You see? Now, with the clone, they're gonna put the tattoo on the clone now. They're definitely gonna do that. They are definitely gonna look at these type of videos because they watch my videos. So it's very evident and clear that they're gonna figure out how to get that tattoo on him so that the people know that, okay, he's real. But really, that's somebody else. You know, you could look at these images and you could just tell something ain't right, fam. Something ain't right, man. He's throwing up the pyramid, letting the elite know, hey, I'm down for the cause. Y'all can count on me to do my job. The people will believe he's Jamie Foxx, but behind the scenes, he's another entity. You know? So, we're going to pretty much do more videos on this situation. We got to revisit Mr. I believe his name is Christopher. He played Braxton on the Jamie Foxx show. We got to visit his interview so that we can further break down more details. Because based on that interview, Braxton basically said that he texted Jamie Foxx, but Jamie Foxx never responded. And I'm trying to figure out, why would Jamie Foxx not respond to a friend? Why would Jamie Foxx be on a yacht saving women purses and interacting with people in public, but when it comes to his social media, he's not interacting with nobody? Could anybody make sense of that to me? Could anybody? I mean, we ask this question on every show. Why is it that Jamie can interact with a woman in whom he saves her purse, allegedly, but for whatever reason, he can't come on social media and just talk to the people? Could it be that on the movie set that he was filming, the clone version of him had a malfunction, and that's why they called it a medical emergency? Because when I hear stuff like that, it just makes me just know that something fishy going on. A medical emergency? What's so secretive about this emergency that the public can't get that information? I mean, what haven't happened in society that we haven't heard of yet? What's so special about Jamie Foxx's condition that there's so much secrecy around it? He had a medical emergency. Yeah, well, there was possibly a glitch in the Matrix. I believe there was a malfunction with the clone, and it started tweaking. You know, something started happening. It started doing something funny, and they brought it back to the laboratory to get some sort of adjustments. Now, a lot of you, again, you're gonna think I'm crazy. You're gonna think, Ringo, you tripping. I don't know, you bugging on. I hear you, bro. I like your work, but this is a little too edgy for me, man. Well, hey, you have to just take it with a grain of salt then, because I cannot force feed you the truth. I gave a lot of information, man, some of the best information you'll find on social media regarding this situation. And I'm going to continue to bring out more. This is why a lot of industry cats have passed away mysteriously. This is why they took out Steven Twitch Boss. This is why they took him out. He didn't self-delete. He was murdered. They wanted to control his assets, his empire, and they wanted him to possibly get cloned or take the ritual, and he didn't want to go through with it. So they said, hey, we got to get you up on out of here, but we'll make it look like you did something to yourself. That way we could destroy your credibility. Think about it. We're talking about a man that had a lot of fans, millions of followers on social media. He had a lot going for him. He was not broke, right? He was in great shape. Remember, Steven Twitch Boss, he worked out, he trained, he hit the gym, he danced all the time. So he was physically healthy. He was not out of shape. He was not morbidly obese. He's somebody that believed in fitness. So you had somebody that had it all together, had children of all things, and a wife. And they gave you the story that he self-deleted because he was stressed out. That's a lie. This is what they do to you. So we're going to have more for you, more content regarding these situations, because again, like I said, the real Jamie ain't around no more, man. Y'all can continue to believe that, that somehow he's somewhere. They put that clone out there to make you believe that he's good. But if he's good, he'll be on his Instagram talking to you. He'll be talking, and they're going to eventually make him talk. They're eventually going to, listen, they working on it right now. Trust and believe. They watch my videos. They watch other people's videos. They don't like the fact that we're sharing all this information. They do not like that. They cannot stand it. So, we're going to visit that interview with Christopher, a.k.a. Braxton. We're going to talk about that. We're going to try to find other clues. Keep our eyes open to the streets to figure out what they're dealing with now. Up to now, the daughter of Jamie Foxx haven't come out and said anything. It's crazy. And this is really crazy, man. She haven't come out with not one video to address anything so far. You would think that she would come out and say, hey guys, see, my father's out there. See, he's saving purses. Nope. She haven't said not one word. You know? Shout out to X Cedrin, I believe the name is, for the 5 on the super chat. Appreciate you. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Gonna get up on out of here. Gotta go take care of some more business. And I wanted to make sure I get you a stream out about this situation. And we're gonna visit another guy that is, I believe he's in the industry, and he was questioned about cloning issues, and he even agrees with it. So we're gonna have to check out his interview, find out what's going on with that, because you would think that a lot of these industry people would come out and talk about this, but no, everybody's quiet about this. Think about all these industry people that know Jamie Foxx, but you don't see them doing no interviews about nothing. You don't see them talking about it. You don't see them questioning nothing. You don't see nobody talking. Isn't that crazy? Like, you don't see nobody talking, nobody saying, hey, I was talking to Jamie. Nobody. Not one person have come forward to even say that, hey, I talked with Jamie. Nothing. What's really going on, fam? What's really going on out here? I don't know. But I know something sinister is happening, and they're not going to tell you. They're going to keep it in the dark. You know? So, let me give a few shout outs on the Cash App. Let's see what we got here. Let me see how far I got to go back, because I think the last stream that I did, let me see. Okay, so we'll start from here. So this is like, I guess, some Cash Apps from yesterday and today. So let me read off this list so that we could pretty much do what we got to do. Shout out to Alfred. Alfred. I think I shouted you out. I'm not sure if I did, but I'll shout you out again. Alfred. Shout out to you for the 15 on the Cash App sponsoring. Deborah King for the 10. Rollo for the 6. Renita for the 10. Katina for the 15. Fabio for the 15. Edris for the 3. Mark for the 2. Brenda for the 20. Ingrid for the 25. Rollo again for the 5, 67. Creative Ways for the 10, and I think you got blocked this morning for disrespecting when I uploaded my music by being very disrespectful, so we had to pretty much pack you up. And it is what it is. That's the cost of when you disrespect. But I appreciate the support either way. Caramel, Kimmy Kim for the $111 support. Right. Nathaniel for the 10. Rob Nice for the 50. Salute to Rob Nice for the 50. Miss Lattimore for the 25. Jay Franklin for the 10. Beverly for the 5. Citizen Soldier for the 31. Bernice for the 5. Arlene for the 5. V Dubman for the $85 support. Appreciate you. And Warren for the 10. Appreciate everybody sponsoring the work. If you haven't already, fam, be sure to hit the like button. You know what I'm saying? Let's get the video to 1,000 likes. We should have been at 1,000 likes already. I mean, with everybody in the building, we should have been there a long time ago. You know what I'm saying? Because what you have to understand, fam, is that when you hit the like button, right, you're making the algorithm send notices to everybody on social media that is on YouTube. And they're going to all come through to see the stream. You know? And also, let me say this. I've been hearing people saying that, like, people have been sending me messages regarding Cash Apps about did I receive a Cash App and so on and so forth. Fam, my Cash App is right on the screen. There's no way for you to misspell that. The Cash App is pinned at the top of the live chat. There's no way you can miss that. The Cash App is in the description of every video I post. So if you send money to someone else, that's your fault for not paying attention. You get it? It's very easy. $ Ringo TV Raw. That's it. So if you make a mistake and send somebody money, that's your problem. I had somebody that, and I think I told y'all this story, that somebody had sent like, I think $500 or $1,000, and they sent it to the wrong person. They sent it to the wrong person. They didn't send it to me. They didn't send it to me. They sent it to the wrong person because they didn't properly spell my name. You know what I mean? If you're sending big money or whatever the case is, sometimes it's a good idea to DM me on Instagram and be like, hey, yo, is this your Cash App? Yeah. And that's it. You know, I mean, all you got to do is just look at the date when somebody had their Cash App started. You know what I mean? It tells you right there on the Cash App. I mean, my photo is there. But then again, anybody can steal your photo. Anybody can steal anything and try to impersonate you. We had that situation before where somebody created a fake Cash App like mine with 2 W's. You know what I mean? And I had to share that in the community post to let people know about it. Because there's desperate people all the time. Like, they literally watch my shows and they see that there are people that support the work that I do. And they're like, wow. So if all these people supporting him, let me create a fake Cash App so that somebody's going to make a mistake and send money to them. And I'm pretty sure people still doing that to this day because they don't pay attention. So if you send anything, just know that I'm going to try to read off the Cash Apps at the end of the stream, or you might see in the future when you send a Cash App, it'll appear on the screen. Right now, I'm just extremely busy. I don't have no time. Like, right after the show, I got to get to some work. I got things behind the scenes I got to do. I'm pretty much going to be up all night. And there's just a lot of people that just don't understand. You have to look at the screen. It's right there on the screen, $ Ringo TV Raw. I don't have no other Cash Apps. Do you understand? I only have one. I don't have 2. I don't have 3. There's only one Cash App. You understand? So if you send anything anywhere else other than that Cash App, you got played. Somebody else got you. You know, and it is what it is. And even if you try to go to the person to ask for it back, they're not going to give it to you. So you could just forget about it. Just count it as a loss. Shout out to Keneal for the 20 on the Cash App. See how I just did that? That just lets you know, right? I mean, you should also be able to hear the chime sound because I figured out how to have notifications on the phone. And you can even hear, like, when somebody sent a Cash App, you'll literally hear it in the video because I have my phone next to my microphone. But just to avoid you from making that mistake, like, please consider reading before you do any transaction. Look at what you're doing. You know, read carefully, pay attention. If you want to know my Cash App, it's in the description under every one of my videos. You know? So it is what it is. Let me see what we got here. I think I shouted out that person right there. Let me see. Shout out to AZ Connect for the $50 sponsorship. Salute to you for sponsoring the work. See, what you have to understand, ladies and gentlemen, is that when you support the show, right, you're supporting this work that I'm doing. This is what enables me to do what I do. You understand? This is how I do what I do. This is how I'm able to get the content, put in the research, do what I got to do, because eventually I'm going to get content outside. This is what I'm trying to work on. I'm trying to do a lot of things. Like, I have a whole camera rig that was purchased. How did I purchase that? Because of you. Do you understand that? One hand washes the other. So when you support, we take that support and we invest that back into the business on what we do here. So I literally am putting together an entire rig where I'm gonna be doing content in the streets. Not necessarily walking around interviewing people, but I'm talking about actual content in the street where I'm more or less outdoors and I'm able to film. You know, rather than using a cell phone, because I could use my iPhone, but who wants to do that? That's like, you know, it's regular. You're gonna hear all the noise. It just doesn't. I don't want that. I want to see high quality. You know, I mean, you could use your cell phone. I'm not saying you can't. You can use your cell phone with a wireless microphone. It actually works. You know, you won't hear the background noise or anything. You won't hear anything in your videos. And with the iPhone 13, 14, whatever, the video quality is excellent. You know, especially in cinematic mode. You know, the whole thing is sometimes you have issues with phones because you can't see yourself or whatever the case is, and you don't know if you're getting a good shot or whatever, but, you know, I'll figure it out. But I definitely have a whole camera rig that I'm putting together, and it's not cheap. It's very expensive. You know what I'm saying? Right now, I'm basically dealing with a situation with my electronic scooter. Those of you that are on my Ringo Motovlog channel, you would know about what I'm dealing with behind the scenes. So there's a lot of stuff that's going on. But again, I appreciate everybody supporting the work and the work that I'm doing here. Shout out to, let me see. This is Ben, what is that? Benvinda. Did I pronounce your name properly? I butchered the name, right? I know I did. Appreciate you for the $10 support on the Cash App. Benvinda. I'm not sure if I pronounced it right. Right? I mean, I know how to pronounce the last name, but I don't want to put it out there. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, it's definitely Spanish. So, you know, let me see. So, yeah, we're going to continue on with this work. Maybe the clone of Jamie might speak next week, because if I'm correct, next week, the film is supposed to drop, right? Or on the weekend. I forgot what day they said it's going to be released. So after that so-called Netflix situation, because I'm not watching it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to watch it. I'm not supporting that because I realize that it's all about money with these people. They don't care about your concerns for Jamie. Where is Jamie? You know what I'm saying? Where is he? A simple post on Instagram, going live from the bowling alley, from the golf, whatever the golf place, or say something to the people. There's nothing that they're saying. And again, I really believe it's because he passed away allegedly, and they know that if you knew the truth, you're not going to support the film. They're trying to make a lot of bag off of this Netflix film. And not only that, but the other movie that he was filming too, the Back in Action movie. So there's two films they're trying to push right now. The Netflix and the Back in Action movie. So they want all that money to be recouped. So if something happened to this man and he's not here no longer, and they're hiding this, that's sad. That means the daughter would be involved. Because I believe that she been cloned too. I don't even believe the daughter is real. She's like a robot, if you ask me. She don't even act like a human being. If you look at her mannerism and how she move, it's like, who is she and where is she and what's she do? What does she do? It's like she's hidden from view. What do they do every day when they get up? What do they do actively? Come on now. Make it make sense. You know? So again, to all the people out there, don't support that Netflix release of that they cloned Tyrone. Don't support that mess. You know? Again, you have the power. You have the power. It's in your hands. Don't think because You don't live in a mansion and drive a Rolls Royce that you're less of a person. You have power. And when all of you unite and say no more, we're not going to be bamboozled and played, that speaks. Trust me, it speaks loud. When they realize the numbers for that Netflix release is low, man, oh man, they're going to know it had a lot to do with content like mine reaching people so that y'all can make a conscious decision on making the right decision on what to spend your money on. Because to spend your money on a show where you don't even know the condition of Jamie Foxx and he's not addressing the public, come on. Come on, something ain't right, y'all. He had time to save a woman's purse. He had time to play golf. He had time to be on a yacht waving, but he ain't wave at you on Instagram. He ain't talk. He ain't utter not one word. If you notice, in all of those different places, Jamie wasn't talking to nobody. At the Top Golf, he wasn't talking to nobody. On the yacht, he was not even sitting next to nobody. You know, when he got the lady's purse, you saw his mouth moving, but there was nothing being recorded. It's as if though they purposely took his voice off. Come on, y'all. Put the puzzle together. Put the puzzle together. He's not here no more. You know? So we're going to get up on out of here. Shout out to William for the $20 support on the super chat. So we're going to be back in the morning. How many of you like the like midday streams? Because what I could do is I'm trying to see if I can just have a schedule that I could, because I can actually build a schedule. That way you just know when I'm coming on at all times. Rather than randomly coming on, I can set up a schedule like in the morning time and in the nighttime. That way I'm gonna figure it out, because I find that when I do the morning streams, a lot of people tend to like those. I'm gonna put something together, because I know I'm all over the place when I do these lives. It's like sometimes you just don't know when I'm coming on, and I'm trying to make things a little more, trying to improve so that you just know I'm coming on at a certain time, you know? So I'm gonna keep you posted on that. I got to figure it out, because I have to make sure that it aligns with everything that I'm doing so that there's no excuses. You get what I mean? So that I got to do it because it's business. You know what I mean? Rather than just coming on randomly at any other time, I need to make sure that it's a set time so that I'm accustomed to doing it at that time. And I can't miss it for the world. You know what I mean? Unless there was an emergency, of course. Right? So I'm going to kind of do that. Especially around like 11 a.m. around there. That's like a good time, because it's like, you know, a time when normally a lot of people be actively out and about. And then rather than doing them late in the night, you know, can do them like probably like around, you know, 8 o'clock or a little early, or maybe after. I'll figure it out. I got to make it make sense. You know, make a schedule for the week, then make a schedule for the weekend. That way, you know, people can get accustomed to it and adjust to the schedule. Right? So, yeah, I got some things I got to do. We're going to be back in the morning. We're going to review the Christopher, a.k.a. Braxton interview. We're going to review that. And any other information that come up. And we're going to also look at the other video where somebody talked about cloning, and they were asked multiple questions about cloning, and they were agreeing with it, and they didn't want to speak on it too much. And it was very interesting to hear, because you don't hear many people in the industry talking about these things, you know. Let me see. 2 p.m. somebody said. I'll figure it out, because I want to have a schedule so I don't just come on randomly whenever, you know what I'm saying? So I like the time schedule around like noon. I like that schedule, like around noon, just to come on at noon, like 12 p.m. in the afternoon. That's a very good slot to come on live. You know what I'm saying? So that's definitely going to be one of my time slots. You know what I mean? Because a lot of people be, you know, either on lunch or they're off and they're free and they're just out and about. You know, some people have an hour lunch break, so they got time. You know what I mean? So around those times is good. You know, somewhere around like 11, 12. Because typically if I'm doing a live show, I'm going to probably be on about 2 hours. So if I start at 11, I'll be finishing at around 1. That's typically a good timing right there. So I might go for like 11 a.m. That sounds like good because it's not necessarily an afternoon, so it's kind of like still morning. That sounds reasonable. Like around 11. So yeah. So 11 will be definitely a slot for the morning time. If I do 2 streams in the morning, then I'll probably be on early in the morning. You know, I'll figure it out. Because I got to sort out a lot of things. There's just a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes. People think that this is like very easy and simple. It's not. There's a lot of responsibilities, a lot of things. You got to get stories. You got to figure out what you're going to say, what you're going to talk about. I'm doing some work behind the scenes. I'm dealing with a scooter issue that needs to be resolved. It's just a lot of stuff going on. A lot of stuff. I'm trying to get everything sorted so I can get back on track. You know, it's very, very time consuming. Let me see. And again, if you have content ideas or things that you're interested in or things you would like me to talk about, you have to DM that to Instagram. Don't post it in the live chat because it's just going to fall on deaf ears. I'm never going to remember those things. You got to send that information to Instagram. It's just that simple. You know what I'm saying? Just do that. That way it's sent. Don't wait around for a response because you'll be waiting forever. I get a bunch of messages, a bunch of people communicating. I do not have time to respond to everybody. It's just not possible. You know, I be having people, they come on Instagram and you know like how they have the little green light and you can tell they're on Instagram, a little green light. They'll sit there waiting to see when I'm going to read their posts. And it's like weirdo stuff, man. Like seriously, get a life, man. Seriously. You're going to sit on Instagram waiting for me to read and respond. You're wasting your time. I'm busy. I'm a busy man. I'm a family man. I got a lot of responsibilities. There's no way. It's just like when you go to these celebrities, like let's say, for example, you send Jamie Foxx a DM message. Do you really think he's going to respond? He's not going to respond. He don't run his platform. This is why I told you that the reason why they didn't post Jamie is because it's not him running his Instagram. Somebody else run it. Just like somebody else is running Kevin Samuels' Instagram. Kevin Samuels is dead. He's gone. But somebody keep posting and posting on his YouTube. Why? Because they're trying to keep it alive. The man is dead, fam. Y'all need to let it go. He's gone. Stop trying to repost old shorts, trying to get new money to come in. It's over with. The money train is over. Quit while you at it. The man is gone. You know what I mean? They trying to milk his money. And it's sad. It's just really sad, man. Even when you're dead, somebody's literally trying to get paid off of your content. You know? It's crazy stuff, man. Yeah, it's like you got a bunch of people, they take all his videos and they re-upload them on their channel, monetizing all his videos. You know how many YouTube channels is doing that right now? They got all Kevin Samuels material posted on their platform, making a bunch of views, a bunch of money. They're getting big checks every month from YouTube. $30,000 checks every month. These people getting big checks, $40,000, $50,000 checks monthly off of work they didn't even do. That's right. Off of a dead man. You know what I mean? I mean, if I did a reaction video with some of Kevin Samuels' content, you know, that's like a once in a blue moon thing. You haven't seen me do no videos with his content. You notice that, right? If you have you noticed that I haven't done any videos with his content? None. No reactions at all, nothing. Now, there is a video that I want to do, but I haven't done it yet. I think that's the video with him and Kendra G. I don't think I did a reaction to that video yet. That I might end up doing. But if you notice, I just leave his material alone. Even though I have fair use ability to use it, I just don't feel it's necessary. The man is not here. You know what I mean? He's not here right now. So just kind of leave it, you know? And it is what it is. He was taken out too. And I talked about that in videos that they murdered Kevin Samuels. You know, he was murdered. And there was no investigation on who killed him, but he was definitely murdered. I talked about this in previous videos. You're going to have to research the platform to find those videos. We talked about these things. He was murdered. You know, I disagreed with him. You know what I mean? I disagreed with a lot of his stuff. I ain't saying that he was wrong in some of the things he was saying. He was saying a lot of truth. At the same time, he had certain practices and things that he did that was not kosher. It was hypocritical and you know, contradictory to what his mission was, you know? And I would speak out about that, but I never wished that the man was going to die. You know what I'm saying? Even though BWs were celebrating his death, which is sick, to say the least. You know, I mean, that's crazy. I understand some people get judgment and they deserve judgment. At the same time, to make a video celebrating is crazy, you know? At the same time, man, it's really crazy how you have your money 1 minute and then next minute you're gone. This is why it's very important to live your life to the fullest, use your ability to help others, and stop thinking life is all about you, you know? Because it's not. You know, it's about us bringing children into the world and then providing a better lifestyle for our children to give them the opportunities that we didn't really have growing up. That's what life is all about as an adult. Once you mature and you start to learn, you realize that as an adult, you living and breathing right now is not even about you. It's about you providing a lifestyle for your children so that they can have the opportunities to do something with themselves, so that when you pass on, at least you left them something, a legacy. You know, you had your time when you were younger to act a fool. Okay, now you're an adult. It's time to quit all of that and get right and start doing what you need to do. You know, shout out to Michelle for the $10.25 on the Cash App. Appreciate you. Right. So, yeah, that's what we're going to pretty much be focusing on, a lot of different issues, man. So I'm going to get up on out of here. Appreciate everybody stopping by. Thanks for getting the video stream to 1,000 likes. We need to do that all the time. Right? Appreciate everybody getting the video to 1,000 likes. We try to provide you with the best. We try to put our all into this. There's a lot of imitators, a lot of people trying to do what I do. They can never do that. That's one thing, you cannot clone that. You see what I'm saying? You cannot clone the way I make content. You can't. And that's the beautiful thing about this, is that the way I do these videos, nobody could try to do them. It's not going to happen. It's not going to work. They can't. You know? So, again, I appreciate everybody taking the time to view. Those that support the stream. Without you, I'm not able to do this. So you're able to help get us where we need to go. And I'm grateful for that, you know. And what's crazy is I'm doing these streams under stress, dealing with another issue with a scooter situation. Those of you that are on the Ringo Motovlog channel, you already know the ordeal. You know what I mean? And yet I'm still doing these videos at this high capacity. You would think that I would be burnt out. You know what I'm saying? And when I say stress, I don't mean like I'm like, you know, on the edge or anything like that. That's not what I'm saying. It's just that there's a lot of frustration that I deal with. And a lot of times people think that you're not human. Like you don't go through anything. Like you're just perfect and upbeat 24 hours a day. No, That's not how it goes. You know, when you're a human being, you deal with issues just like everybody else. You see? So y'all take care. Have a blessed night. You know what I'm saying? Wherever you are, day, wherever you are in the world, whatever time zone. And yeah, just be safe out there. Keep your eyes open. Keep the Most High first. Watch your surroundings. Watch the people that are around you, because everybody around you is not really in support of you. They're just not. It's really sad, you know? So, yeah, we're going to get up on out of here. So, hey, make sure you rate, comment, and subscribe to the channel, Ringo TV Reactions. You know? It is what it is. Tiffany said, New York in the building. Well, New York is in the building too. BK in the building. Brooklyn, New York. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate everybody coming by. You know? We'll hear sooner or later what's going on with Jamie. But as far as I'm concerned, fam, he's not around, man. This situation with him is not normal. This is like, I never seen a situation like this ever. So it's going to be interesting to see. So y'all take care. Ringo TV Reactions signing out. It is what it is. Y'all take care. All right. Take care, y'all. Peace. We out of here.
If you like our content, consider supporting via Cash App at $Ringo TV Raw. Become a patron on patreon.com for exclusive video content not shown on YouTube. You could also support through PayPal at paypal.me/Ringo TV Raw. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and click the bell to be notified of new content. Follow me on Instagram at Ringo TV Raw.
This is Ringo TV Reactions, the only channel on YouTube bringing you the truth, 100% raw and uncut. I'm out. Peace.